Social Justice Goblin with the bad lighting. Welcome to the backyard. I know. I should have wrestling memorabilia and magic memorabilia in the background, but it doesn't matter. So, what I want to do in the professional wrestling business has been the question I've been asking myself lately, because I'm definitely going to wrestling school, but I need to figure out what I want to do in the wrestling business. You know what I mean? So what I want to do in the wrestling business is kind of, well, I want to do something that succeeds in the business. And I'm a great thinker, as you can tell. I overthink everything, and I think down to the nth degree. But the problem in the wrestling business is when you get there, you can't ask questions. Just listen. Because that's like one of the rules. You have to have heart, and I have the heart, and you have to listen. I forget what the first one is, but he'll remind me of it. The trainer will remind you of it. It's in their mantra. Because schools, that's what they do. I'm tough. I'm wanting to learn, so I need to learn to listen. So I got all that down pat on how to make it through wrestling school. Because I tried once and absolutely failed miserably, and one of my dreams is to work in the professional wrestling business, and I'm trying to live that wish. I've been doing a lot of wish fulfillment now in my life, now that my mental health is finally stabilized and I can think clearly and coherently. So I had a great thought on it. So you gotta get a gimmick that gets you in. You gotta have a position that gets you in. And so when I went to the wrestling school the first time, I struggled with understanding how to be. I can't be a wrestler. I'm not an athlete. I tried to play football. I did okay. I just don't have the physical coordination to do all those wrestling moves and stuff. I could barely bump. I know how to bump, kinda, and I haven't bumped in a long time. And I'm not scared about the bump, because the problem with the bump, so when you bump, you hit your back, but your head flies backwards and hits the mat. So you have to learn to deal with that hit, getting over the fear of your head hitting the mat. Because, there's a risk of getting a concussion. But, when I need to take a bump, I'm willing to take a bump. Because you have to take a bump in the wrestling business, and you have to learn to bump. And I think the first thing they'll teach me is how to bump. I just need to check my fear and just do it. It's going to take me a little while to get over my fear of bumping, to be matter of frank. But so, now that I've made all my points and diagnosed everything over to the nth degree, I'm going to reveal what I want to be. And I want to be a professional referee, because it's hot. Women referees are hot in the market. And the thing I like doing in the wrestling business when I was training in that wrestling school was actually referee. Not so much manager, even though I have a personality for a manager. And then see what happens. Worst case, I end up dropping out. Best case, I get a chance to work in the independent. Excuse me. I get to work in the independent, but either way, I get to work in the wrestling business if I can get through wrestling school.